Let's see if we can get up. Shows we're up. All right. Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, November 17th, 2025. It's now 10 a.m. We're here for a special session of the Hunt County Commissioners Court. At this time, I'll call the meeting to order, and we have Commissioner Money, Monroe, Harrison, and Smith. Skipped you, sorry. You're still here. And I'm Judge Stovall presiding over the meeting. At this time, we'll have public testimony. The speakers are limited to 3 minutes and should conduct themselves in a civil manner. The Commissioners Court cannot take action on items not listed on the agenda in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. Concerns will be addressed by county staff that may be placed on a future agenda or addressed by some of the course of response. Oh.
All right. Good morning, Judge,
Good morning.
Commissioners.
Put your name and address on
I'm
the
sorry,
record.
Doug Rosehart, 3807 Sun Hill Drive here in Greenville. And my condolences to you and your family in the loss of
Thank
your
you,
son.
sir.
I just wanted to, as the presiding judge over the last election, I just wanted to give you some summary thoughts of what we encountered or some things that you might want to know for future and budget-wise as well. So I just have a few comments, and I'll probably just give you some statistics since I'm an engineer, and that's kind of what I like to do.
I understand. I feel your pain.
So first off, the elections administrator and staff is to be commended. I mean, I don't know what you're paying them, but it's not enough, and they didn't tell me to tell you that. But they did a fantastic job dealing with some of the stuff that the Secretary of State threw at the very last second to us on the team lists and stuff like that. So very well staffed. The second thing I want to say is that we are outgrowing the facility that we've got out there. And you all know, probably heard this many times, but during the early election, we had, the last day of election, we had 6 hours straight where they were lined up outside the door. We did not have enough paper polling places or electronic machines. And so if we want to, and this is a small election, I know we'll move it to the Fletcher Warren Center probably, but still, we're getting so large that we definitely need to have another place.
We hope within a year we'll have that fixed.
Good.
We hope.
Also, I think we're ready to move to countywide polling places, and I think Jeannie's probably talked to you about that before. But in order to do that, we're going to need more electronic voting machines and printers for each of those precincts, and so that's something that just probably needs to get on your.
What's the state going to do about that? I thought I was hearing they were trying to do away with the countywide. Are they pushing it, or are they trying to get rid of it?
There's always a group that wants to, but it's growing so much that I think there's more that do it and more that don't.
Okay, well, I'm for it. I thought I'd read some things through time that the state wasn't very happy about it. They didn't want it that way. Or something.
Well, yeah, there's always going to be some people that
Yeah.
don't want things.
Well, it's people that are important, though, like
There's always gonna be some
legislators and
people
all
that
that were
wanna-
talking about it.
There's going to be some people that want to do hand counting of ballots too, and we
That'd
really
be
need to
impossible.
push back of that.
Hey, so just out of curiosity, on the countywide, when you do that, so what would be the need for additional equipment? You already have equipment, you're just gonna allow people to go wherever they want.
So in order to, unless you have pre-printed ballots for every precinct at each precinct location, which is going to be hard to do, it would be better that we do electronic voting. So if we force people to try and do electronic voting, then you could just print out, just like we do early voting, you can just print out the little electronic ticket or whatever the code, and then they can go to the machine and vote electronically. You don't have to have, 41 different precincts
Then
printed
what
out,
would be the need for additional machines?
just so that you can print more, you
have
can
enough.
vote more people at the same time. Right now, there's only one machine at each precinct during election day.
Okay.
And so,
Okay,
so
so
you'll
it's-
really be backed up. And then also, if people wanted to vote paper, well, then you're going to have a printer at each location. Am I saying this right?
Yes.
A printer at each location where you could print on demand that ballot for them. So that's going to be an additional cost for those type
But
of.
we'll still have to have all our voting precincts. We can't shrink them.
We can consolidate down to 65% if we decide to go countywide.
Good. So we would have some extra machines.
We would have some extra machines if we decided to go all duo, which is the electronic with the thermal ballot, and we'd have to get additional duos to accommodate
Yep.
the traffic.
Okay, thank you.
What do we need to do Daniel or Bobby to get Jeannie to come back and let us know what kind of costs and equipment and stuff like that to be able to do something like that.
Just, when she gets ready, she can come back and talk to us.
So next court, you'll be,
Doug, what was the average weight over there on the day, during the day and stuff, like when people?
We started off with 320 a day, and then towards the last, we had almost 1,000.
And
When we
Kent,
went to the 12-hour
were y'all
days.
going 12 hours?
Yeah, the 12-hour day, we had
I was thinking-
almost 1,000 that last day.
But the
And
other-
it was
others-
solid 6 hours that it was lined up outside the door to the end of the building, and we couldn't bring any more people into the building.
Right.
And then you got to manage all of that.
The first ones you just did 8 hours, and then the
I
last.
just did 8 hours for the first 2 weeks, or
Yeah,
first
okay.
7 days.
and so when you do countywide, you don't have to be pre-printed? You can just print them out when somebody asks for it if they want a manual ballot?
You don't prefer to be pre-printed because that means you have to have every ballot style and enough to accommodate. You don't know, so you'd have to almost send out
It would,
40%, thousands.
A big
it would
expense, yeah.
quadruple
But you
at
can-
least our,
But you can address it in a one-off fashion with individuals?
You
Is
could
that,
do a print on demand with the printers at each polling location and print it as they needed to.
okay.
So we're kind of wasting money or wasting paper now by the way we're doing it.
Next item, we need to prepare for surveillance equipment and live streaming by 2030. And I'm not sure what the new building has, if you've got that in there, but right now, we're fortunate, it's a requirement for any county over the population of 100,000.
but we're not.
I know, we're at 99,956
Yeah.
according to the 2020
Census.
census. But actually, our estimate right now is about 123,000. So the next census in 2030, we're going to have that requirement of surveillance cameras and live streaming
Is
into
it at
in the
every
central
voting-
count.
At Central
No, just
County?
at central count.
Okay.
Yeah, which none of us judges or ballot board people want that, but it doesn't sound like we have a choice. But you'll need to add that, make sure that it's in your budget for that. Another item that really impacted us was a legislative change that just happened this last 89th session, and that was Senate Bill 827. It revised the election code, and this just went into effect September 1st, but it required us to do the post-election hand count of the early vote at one location. It used to say precinct. They changed that word precinct to location. So now we have to do, rather than a precinct, we had to do all of the early vote hand count. So that was 4,410 different ballots that we had to go through and sort out and then hand tally all of those. So that added, what did I say here? About 25 hours additional per person that we had, 5 people doing it, so that was about $2,500 extra dollars that didn't need to be done. But we don't have a choice. And this was an easy election. The legislation is not going to be changed by the time we do the primary or the general next year. And so I figure 4 to 5 times as much effort as what we had this time and what we're going to have next time. None of the ballot board wants to go through that pain again. That was 17,000, let me give you the stats here. 17,223 votes that we had to mark a single tally for, and to make sure that everything came out exactly right. So it was a big, tedious effort, and the staff helped us out by sorting all the early votes into different precincts so that we can take them in a little bit more of a time. But that's not going to change for the next election. You're still going to have to do that for all of the early vote ballots, and we had 4,410. I assume we'll probably have about 20,000 or over that we'll have to do that to next time. So that's going to be an additional expense that you'll need to probably put into the budget or be aware of that
Hope the
probably weren't
legislature
budgeted.
will change and give
Well-
us some money because so we overspend so much money doing what they tell us we have to do.
Well, that's true.
And
And I
it'll
do
send
have
us any
an
money.
email started to Brent and also to Angela to let them know that, because I just don't think they're aware of what that little word change meant. I mean, it was to try and give a better feeling, I guess, that we have secure elections, but,
Well, at a minimum, they at least need to pay for it.
well, yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
I think our county probably did better than most of the other counties around. I think we probably finished before most of the other counties around. But we did have 100% match, so that we had no discrepancies. So the hand tally did match up 100% with what the electronic machines showed. So that's probably the main thing that I wanted to let y'all know, is that that one change, it really impacted the amount of effort that we had to do. Just for statistics, we voted 11,781 votes out of 74,000 registered voters, so that's about a 15.8% turnout, which is not good. In a non-presidential election year, we'll probably get about 50%, and in a presidential year, we're over 60%. So, so next March and next November, we're going to have quite a bit more. Early votes were 4412. The election day votes were 7270. We had 91 ballot by mail, and we had 8 provisional.
How many of those counted?
We had 32 provisional to begin with. 8 of them were accepted.
8 of them, okay. Gotcha.
And then for the hand count audit, we looked at 5,741 ballots. So basically, we had to tally, that was 48.7% of the total vote that we had to do hand tally for, which has never been that high when we've done the hand verification. So that of that, the 4410 was the early vote stuff. Ballot by mail was only 16 that we had to count, and then the election day was only 1,300 of the specific precincts that were selected. So basically, we took 33, for the post-election hand count audit, we had 33 labor hours per person times 5 people, so that was about 165 hours of labor just to do the hand tally. But again, that'll probably be 4 to 5 times that for the next election. So that's all. Any questions?
I'm good.
No, thank you very
Thanks.
much.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Doug.
Ms. Ash? I guess I better close the public testimony. No, you're right. This time, being no others, I'll close the public testimony, and we have no old business, new business. Action item 1, the canvassing of the November 4th, 2025 special election. Jeannie Ash.
Good morning. I am here to discuss and possibly take action on the canvass for the November 4th constitutional amendment election. Doug just went over some of my numbers, so I'll skip those, but we did have a 15.8% turnout this time, which is kind of average for a constitutional amendment election. Hunt County is currently up to 74,390 voters as of November 4th. If it's okay, I'll proceed with calling the vote totals. State of Texas Proposition 1, for absentee voting 67, early voting 2,902, election day 4,665. Against, absentee 22, early voting 1,376,000. Election day 2,444,000 for a total of 3,842. State of Texas Proposition 2, for absentee 73, early voting 3,561, election day 5,798 for a total of 9,432. Against, absentee 16, early voting 746, election day 1,371 for a total of 2,133. State of Texas Proposition 3, for absentee 70, early voting 3,298, election day 5,291 for a total of 8,659. Against, absentee 20, early vote 1,013, election day 1,855 for a total of 2,888. State of Texas Proposition 4. For absentee 72, early vote 3,067, election days 4,734 for a total of 7,873. Against, absentee 17, early voting 1,190, election day 2,334 for a total of 3,541. State of Texas Proposition 5, for absentee 77, early voting 3,243. Election Day, 5,516, for a total of 8,836. Against, 13. Early vote, 945. Election Day, 1,472, for a total of 2,430. State of Texas Proposition 6. 4. Absentee, 67. Early vote, 2,853. Election Day, 4,859, for a total of 7,779. Against, absentee 18, early vote 1,255, election day 2,077, for a total of 3,350. State of Texas Proposition 7. 4, absentee 85, early vote 3,904, election day 6,476, for a total of 10,465. Against, absentee 6, early vote 364, election day 623, for a total of 993. State of Texas Proposition 8. 4, absentee 81, early vote 3,792, election day 6,253, for a total of 10,126. Against, absentee 10, early vote 525, election day 922, for a total of 1,457. State of Texas Proposition 9. 4, absentee 69, early vote 3,311, election day 5,469, for a total of 8,849. Against, absentee 17, early vote 876, election day 1,565, for a total of 2,458. State of Texas Proposition 10. 4, absentee 85, early vote 4,002, election day 6,593, for a total of 10,680. Against, absentee 5, early vote 2,074, election day 542, for a total of 821. State of Texas Proposition 11. 4, absentee 81, early vote 3,767, election day 6,042, for a total of 9,890. Against, absentee 9, early vote 543, election day 1,125, for a total of 1,677. State of Texas Proposition 12. 4, absentee 70, early voting 3,314, election day 5,548, for a total of 8,932. Against, absentee 18, early vote 848, election day 1,455, for a total of 2,321. State of Texas Proposition 13. 4, absentee 84, early vote 3,866, election day 6,256, for a total of 10,208. Against, absentee 6, early vote 457, election day 914, for a total of 1,377. State of Texas Proposition 14. 4, absentee 76, early vote 2,912, election day 4,624, for a total of 7,612. Against, absentee 14, early vote 1,360, election day 2,449, for a total of 3,823. State of Texas Proposition 15. 4, absentee 72, early vote 3,671, election day 6,028, for a total of 9,771. Against, absentee 16, early vote 576, election date 1,046, for a total of 1,638. State of Texas Proposition 16. 4, absentee 82, early vote 3,822, election day 6,307, for a total of 10,211. Against, absentee 8, early vote 517, election day 907, for a total of 1,432. State of Texas Proposition 14. 4, absentee 68, early vote 3,228, election day 5,273, for a total of 8,569. Against, absentee 20, early vote 973, election day 1,749, for a total of 2,742. There were a total of 32 provisionals, 8 were accepted, and 24 were rejected.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Could you repeat that?
I always got to be a smart aleck in the crowd. All right. Entertain a motion for approval of the canvassing of the votes.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Daniel, we got anything today that we need to do? Okay. Well, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned at 10:20. Thank you.